Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to use wildcards in Microsoft Excel. So friends, we can use three wildcards in Microsoft Excel. The first one is the question mark. Second is asterisk sign or the star sign. And the third one is the tilde icon. We can use these wildcard in three ways in Microsoft Excel. One, we can use in the formulas. We can use the formulas such as average if, count if, sum if, or sum ifs, count ifs, and we can use in VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, as well as we can use in match function, we can use in search function also. Apart from formulas, we can use the wildcard in filters also. If you want to filter the data, you can use the wildcard. And we can use the wildcard in find and replace method also. If you want to find something and you want to replace with something, then you can use the wildcard there. Now I'll tell you how can you use the wildcard in formulas first. In this formulas sheet, I have created some dummy data, and here we have 4 columns table. First is the full name, then here we have the short name, the sales amount, then we have a free text field. In this table, we have the first name. We want to get the sales according to the first name and how many times this first name is available. But if you will see in the table, we don't have any column of the first name. Now usually to use the SUMIF function or the COUNTIF function, we need to add another column and we have to get the first name. To get the first name, I have already created a PK's utility tool version 2.0. You can use this utility tool, and in this utility tool I have given various functions you can use to improve your productivity. I have given here pk underscore first name function. You can simply use this and you can provide the name. It will give you the first name. But here we will not use this method. We will use the wildcard here. I'll show you the wildcard table, this one. Here we have given the wildcard, question mark, asterisk sign and the tilde icon, and how the wildcard works. If you will see the row number 9, we want to use this wildcard here. Start with the first name, then we want to get the count. So what we will do, we will put this asterisk sign after that first name. Alright, so let me show you. Here I will use the SUMIF function, SUMIF, and then we will give the range. Range will be this one. Let's give the entire column. Then the criteria. Usually we provide the criteria like this first name, but here after this first name, we will put the asterisk sign in the inverted comma, this one. This will be our criteria. Then the sum range, we will take this and close the bracket, press enter. You can see it is returning the sales wherein first name is this one. Now I want to get the count of this first name from the full name. So let me use the count if here, and then range, I will take this range. Again the criteria, we will give the first name, and we will use the asterisk sign here and just close the bracket, press enter. It is coming only once. So let me fill down these formulas. Then you can see all the first names are coming once. Let me take this first name Sonia here and let's add it here, Sonia, and last name you can add anything. Let's say I'm just using last name, whatever. You can fill this down the same. Then here you can see Sonia is coming twice now. Sales is the sum of both Sonias. Let me show you. If I will filter here Sonia, these two, then you will see the sum of these two is coming 1010.03. The same is here. Alright. Now let me show you how can you use the same method for the last name. Now let me go to the wildcard table. Here you can see to go to the last name or ends with, we can see here I have taken TION and I have put this asterisk sign in the starting. So it will count like condition, objection, tradition, etc. And same we can use here. We can use here SUMIF. The range, we will take this column A, and then criteria, we will take asterisk sign before the last name. So I will put here the asterisk sign and I will take this last name, comma, the sum range, I will provide this range, and close the bracket. To get the count, I will use here COUNTIF, and then range, I will take this range, and the criteria I will use again asterisk sign first and the last name, and let me fill this down. So you can see it is returning the sales and count. Now let me give you one example. Here I am putting, let's say, first name, and in the last I am putting this one. So I have taken some dummy name. You can see this name is coming twice. The sales is sum of both name. Now I'll tell you the next wildcard, which is the contents. If you think any character is coming or the text is coming anywhere, either in the first, last or middle, anywhere in that string, then you can use this asterisk sign both sides like this. Okay, so it will get from anywhere. So let me show you the example. It is taking from here, and even if I will put some text here, then it will return the value. If I will remove this from here, then it will return 0. Alright, because it is not ending with Khan. Now it is ending with this some text. You can see here. So that is why we have to use the asterisk sign both side like this. Alright. Now I'll tell you how can you use the VLOOKUP. So you can see we have the first name. We have the first name, and using this full name we have to get this short name. So how we can use the VLOOKUP here? We can use here VLOOKUP. Then in the lookup value we will take this one, but we know this is the first name, this is the last name actually. So let me put here the last name. So this is the last name, and on the base of last name we have to get the short name. So what we can do, we can use here VLOOKUP, and then we will put the asterisk sign before the last name. So here we will use the asterisk sign in inverted comma, and so this will be our lookup value. Then we will use these two column, comma 2, comma 0, close the bracket. You can see we are getting the short name. In this case, if the last name available twice, for example, there are two names which are ending with Khan. In this case, it will provide you the first name wherein Khan is coming. So that's how you can get the short name. Now I'll tell you some other examples where you can use the wildcard. So let's say we have some text here, then we want to get the count of text only. In this range we have 2 numbers and 3 text. Okay, to get the count of only text we can use only this asterisk sign. So we can see this row number 7. If we will put only asterisk sign, it will get the count of any text character. So let me show you here. If I will use here COUNTIF, and I'll provide this range, and I will put this asterisk sign as criteria and press enter, it will give me the count as 3. However, these are 5, but these 2 are numbers. You can use here this formula also. Let me show you. Count A. You can take the count A from here. It will return the all count. Then you can use the count only. Count. It will return only numeric count. These 2. Then you can use count A minus count this range and just close the bracket. It will return you the text count only. But what if somewhere is some error available? Let's put here any error. Then you can see our formula is giving actual text count, which is the only 2 now, ABC and PK. But here it is returning 3. Alright, so this is an error, not a text. Alright, so let me delete this. We can use this formula here. Now let me give you another example. Let's say here we have the name or the last name. Actually, this is the last name. On the base of last name, we have got the complete name. Few last names are not available in our data in this column. That's why it is coming blank. Because if you will look at the formula, we have used is error. If is error in VLOOKUP, then it will return blank. So it is returning blank. However, formula is here. I want to get the count how many names are available here. If I will use normal count A, it will return 5. But if you will see, there are only 3 names. So how we can get the exact name? We can use here this wildcard. Let me show you. We can use this wildcard, the fourth one, the question mark and the asterisk sign. So it will return wherein 1 or greater than 1 character is available. So let me show you. If I will use here count if, and then in the inverted comma this question mark and the asterisk sign, and just close this, it will return 3. You can use here another formula. Let me show you. We can use the count A, it will return 5. Then we can use minus count blank and use this, it can return 3 also. Alright, now let me show you some other examples. So here we want to get the count where short name has 3 characters. We have this short name, you can see here. Now we want to get the count wherein it has 3 characters. If you will see in the data, we have only one, this one, wherein we have 3 characters. Go to the wildcard, and here you can see the first 2 wildcard. We can use the simple question mark and we can repeat the question mark multiple times. So let me show you here. If I will use count if, and I will take this range, and here I will use question mark and then close the bracket, press enter. So we have used the question marks once only. It is getting the count wherein 1 character is available in the short name. That is only 1. You can see B is here. If I will use here only S, then the count will be 2. You can see. Alright. To get the count wherein short name is thrice, we can use thrice question mark here. It will return 1. So now this time this one is available. Okay. And you can use here twice, then it will return 19. So wherein 2 characters are available, it is returning the count. Now how can you make it dynamic here? You can use here wrapped function. Wrapped, this function. So this function repeat the text. So let me show you this function first. Let me show you here. If I will use wrapped, then text, let's say I'm using question mark, and then you can provide the number. Let's say I'm using 5 and just close. You can see it is returning 5 question mark. You can put here 10. It will return 10 question mark. Whatever text you will put in the text, let's say A, it will return 10 times A. Same formula we will use here. Let's delete this and use here wrap text as question mark, comma, number of times you can select this one. Press enter. And if you want to get the sales, you can use the sum if formula. Sum if range, first of all, let's give this range. For the criteria, use the wrapped function, wrapped, and in the text, the question mark, comma, this one, close the bracket. And the sum range we will take this one and just close the bracket. Okay, so you can see it is giving the sales this one. If I will put here 2, then the count is 19 and it is getting the sum of sales wherein 2 characters are available. If I will put here 1, it is getting the sum wherein 1 character is available, which is this one. Alright, so you can put here 2, 3, whatever you want to put. It is dynamic now. Now I'll tell you a few other methods wherein you can use the wildcard. So here we have the free text, you can see. So we want to get the count where STD code is 2 digit long. So here you can see we have few phone numbers also, like this one, this one, this one, and few other also. We want to get the count wherein STD code is only 2 digit long, like +22, then the number, then +11, then the number, +11 and +33. Okay, so we can use here pattern using the question mark. Okay, so let me show you. Here we can use count if, and we can select this range. First let's put plus. We are saying plus is coming everywhere. Then we will use 2 question mark because we don't know what will come here. It can be +11, it can be +22, it can be +33 or anything. And then after that we are using dash. So just use here dash, and it is starting with this tag. So I'll put here this asterisk sign now and just close this. it will give the count. So it is giving 6. Alright, so you can see we have one STD code is 4 digit long. If I will put here 4 question mark, it will give you the one, which is this one. Alright, so that is how you can use this wildcard. I'll tell you one more thing here. Count the questions. Here in this text we have some questions like what is your name and then this question mark. And then we have how are you, this question mark. So we have 2 questions. How can you get the count of questions? If I will use here COUNTIF and let's take this range. If I will use, let's say, ending with question mark example. So I will use question mark, then I'll use asterisk sign here. Then what it will return? It is returning 21. However, question is 2. Because this question mark is also a wildcard. So if you don't want to use the question mark as a wildcard, if you want to use as a character, then we will use tilde wildcard here. So just put here tilde. Now this tilde will consider this question mark as a character. Now press enter. You can see it is returning 2. So we have only 2 questions here. Same example, we have to count wherein our text is starting with asterisk sign. We have this star 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 TNC apply, and here we have star TNC apply. Now we can use here COUNTIF and let's select this range. And how we will use this? So starting with asterisk sign, we will use this asterisk sign. Since we are taking as starting with, we will put another asterisk sign and just close the bracket, press enter. It is returning 21. Because for the first asterisk sign, it is not considering as the character, it is considering as the wildcard. So to use as a character, we will use this tilde sign again, this one. And the last asterisk sign is a wildcard. So which means we want to use start with this asterisk sign. Press enter. It is returning only 2. Alright, so that's how you can use the tilde also. Now here I'll show you one more pattern. Count where 3 characters are in bracket. We have here 3 characters in bracket like Sunday, Monday, XYG, Jack. This is 4 character. Okay, so we have only these 4. So let me use here the pattern. We can use COUNTIF and we will use this pattern, the bracket, then question mark, question mark, question mark, and the bracket and close. So bracket we are using fixed, but inside the bracket it can be anything. So just press enter, close the bracket, press enter. It is returning 4. Alright friends, that is how you can use the wildcard in the formulas. Now I'll tell you how can you use the wildcard with the if function. So here let's say we want to check whether this is a question or not. Actually we want to check the question mark is available here or not. So we can use here match function, we can use here search function. If we will use here let's say search function, then we want to check the question mark. So in the find text we will use question mark, but question mark is a wildcard, but we want to use as a character, then we will use the tilde here, and we can check anywhere it is available in between, in starting, so we can consider that. So what I will do, I'll use here asterisk sign, then I'll use here asterisk sign, and then I'll use here the within text this one and just press enter. It is returning value. If I will fill this down, then you can see it is returning 1 here and 1 here. Alright, so we can use is number here, because if the question mark is available then it will return number, otherwise it will return error. So we can use is error as well as we can use is number. So let's use is error, so it will return true or false now. So we can use the if now. If this is error, that means it is not available, we can put here blank, or here we can put yes. If it is not error, then it means it is available. So just fill this down. You can see wherever the question mark is available, it is returning yes, otherwise it is returning blank. Alright, you can use this in the match function also. Let me show you. So just copy this and paste here, and let's use the match function. Match, and the lookup value we will use the question mark. We can say ending with question mark, okay, or the question mark is available anywhere. The same logic we will use. So first we will use asterisk sign, then we will use tilde icon, then we will use the question mark, then again the asterisk sign. This will be our lookup value. Then we will use the lookup array. We will take only one cell, comma 0. So it will return the error, or it will return the number, which is 1. So again we can use the same formula whatever we have used. So let's use here this time is number, and just close this. So it will return false or true. If it is a number, then we should consider as yes, otherwise blank. So we can use here if is number, this value is true, then we will use here yes, else we will use here blank. Fill this down. You can see it is working. The same method you can use the other wildcard also here. Let me go to the filter. How can you use this in the filter? So let's say in the filter, I want to see all the names starting with K. So what I can do, I can type here K. I will type here K. So as of now, there are 4 names are starting with K, but the first name is not starting with K. You may have the long list here. So what I can do, I can type the asterisk sign after the K. Now you can see all the names are coming starting with K. I'll show you a few other also. Let's say wherein 3 characters are available, we can put the thrice question mark. It will return all the short name wherein 3 characters are available. Okay, we can put 1 question mark. It will return all the name wherein 1 character is available. Alright, now let me show you for the text also. Let's say if we want to search wherein question mark is available, if I will type here question mark, it will return nothing, okay, because question mark is a wildcard. That means it is considering only 1 text is available which should be filtered. So nothing is available as a 1 character. What I will do, I use here first asterisk sign because ending with question mark we are using. Then we will use tilde to use the question mark as a text. Now use the question mark. Then you can see both the questions are available. We can use OK, then that will be filtered. Alright, similarly you can use the other wildcard also. Now quickly I will show you how can you use it in find and replace. Let's say we have the name and employee ID here, and between the name and employee ID we have dash sign. Now we want to get the name only. Of course we can use text to column here, but I don't want to use the text to column. I want to use wildcard in find and replace. So I have just pasted this here, and I have just pasted this here. I will select this one. I'll use Ctrl H, and this find and replace window will be opened. So here we want to keep only name. I'll put here dash. So what I will do, I'll remove all the thing which is ending with dash. That means ending with dash, we will put the asterisk sign before dash, and we will replace it with blank. Okay, so just replace it with blank. You can see all the text which were ending with dash has been removed. Now only numbers are available. Similarly we can select this one. Now this time we will remove all the text which is starting with dash. To starting with dash, I will put here dash, then I will put asterisk sign after the text for the starting. Here I will put blank, replace. You can see only names are available. Similarly, you can use this in the other text also. Let me put this text here just to show you. Wherever 3 characters are available in bracket, I want to mark them as type 1. So what I will do, I'll select this one, and here I will put question mark thrice and in the bracket. I want to replace it with the type 1. Now let me replace this. You can see the type 1 is available here. Whatever was the text available in the bracket, if it is 3 letters or the 3 characters, then it will be marked as type 1. Alright, so friends, that's how you can use wildcard in the find and replace. You can see this table for the other information. You can download this practice file from my website. I'll provide the link in the video's description box. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Friends, if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for watching.